Bitcoin is so boring here, but guys, this is precisely where you need to be paying attention the most. And hello everybody, happy Friday, welcome to the Mango Grove. This is today's Bitcoin analysis video. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hello to everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Krisha, Bitcoin's looking cozy, lazy.
Bitcoin has flatlined, okay? Even cozy has more volatility.
Wow,
than this.
it's a bit much.
It is a flat line of death, guys. Flat line of death. Now, this is Bitcoin here on the Mango dashboard. You can find it on app.mangoresearch.co. Now, initially, Sean, we were looking at the FVG on the dashboard, right? Particularly Bitcoin breaking out of the bullish FVG, which we got. But now what's happened is that we've broken back in. All right, so the bulls are not seeing follow through. There's no conviction on that end. The bears are not seeing follow through. There's no conviction on that end.
Yeah, so the mid time frames are essentially telling us that it is a no trade time frame, right? You don't want to be looking at the mid time frames at this point because they're just essentially wasting your energy, right? You got to save energy for what matters, and in my opinion, what has always mattered is the higher time frames. That's where we got our bias from. So Krisha, let's refocus everyone's attention onto the higher time frames. Let's remind them why we have our bullish longer term thesis that gives us that underlying bullish conviction for our trades.
Now the first reason is this. This is Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, guys. What I have on here, if I just switch up everything else, okay, is the 21 EMA swinging in right there. Now, historically, this has helped us determine whether or not Bitcoin is in a markup phase or in a markdown phase of any given cycle. Right? If we're over the 21 EMA, it's markup phase time. If we're under, it's markdown phase. Okay, we're looking at bear market territory. Now, if you look at current price action on Bitcoin, where are we relative to the 21 EMA, guys? We are still holding it as support. When we did lose it right here, getting into the bear market, this happened on April of 2022, all right? We saw immediate continuation to the downside that initiated the bear market phase, taking Bitcoin all the way down to those 15K lows. Right, so now this is the first time now, yeah, we've been hovering there, but still holding it as support, and that is the most important point right now on the monthly time frame. Now, the next macro bullish signature that we're looking at here on Bitcoin is hinged on the weekly Mango dynamic. Now, once again, historically, every time Bitcoin has lived over the Mango dynamic for a sustained period of time, as well as the dynamic remaining bullish equals green, that has signaled bull market territory for Bitcoin. Now, once again, guys, we actually penetrated, Sean, the Mango dynamic right here in Jan of this year and have been living over it ever since. Even in all of these intermediate markdown phases that we've had in the market. This one right here, this was the banking crisis. This entire consolidation where price dumped, getting back into the weekly dynamic. We never lost it a single time. All right, we have been holding it as support, and we're still holding it as support right here. Price is living over that region, all right, and the dynamic is green with a positive slope. So once again, bullish. Now, as far as the third macro bullish signature is concerned, guys, we're looking at the weekly time frame, specifically the 10 simple moving average and the 21 exponential moving average bullish crossover that we see right here. All right, now we got the crossover back in Feb of this year, and for as long as we maintain that bullish crossover, we will be maintaining a bullish stance on Bitcoin. And once again, Sean actually was the one who brought up the bullish signature to everyone's attention in the Mango Grove as well as in the daily videos. Sean, this still remains intact.
It does. And the way to play this, guys, is really simple. Essentially, what you're looking for is price to be above the 21 EMA and the 10 SMA being above the 21 EMA as well, right? As long as these conditions are being met, which we have right now, if you zoom in over here, you're seeing that the price is above the 21 EMA and the 10 SMA is above the 21 EMA as well. As long as these conditions are being met, you are holding on to your bull conviction over here, right? So what that essentially means is that even if price loses the 10 SMA, right, and comes down to the 21 EMA, as long as it's holding the 21 EMA, the strategy still holds true. Because remember, the price needs to be above the 21 EMA, right? It doesn't need to be above the 10 SMA. But it'd be nice if we do hold the 10 SMA as well. But as you can see, it's completely fine if price comes down, lose the 10 SMA and finds support on the 21 EMA instead, and then finds continuation.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting picture because we could very well actually, even if we do come down to the 21 EMA and hold that as support, what we could be seeing here is maybe an ascending triangle-like consolidation.
In fact, we can actually build on your ascending triangle thesis over here, Kusha. Let's say we put in an ascending triangle, right, coming in like this, and Bitcoin breaks out of it, right? Essentially, breaking out of this ascending triangle is going to give us the initiation of our edge-to-edge trade onto the cloud, right? And you can see that the bottom of the ascending triangle is lining up with the 10K that we've been talking about in the prior videos. And guys, trust me, you do not want to bet against the weekly 10K on Bitcoin. So yeah, there's a lot of confluence, but again, we need to see all of these levels hold. If we start losing the 10K, it's going to line up with us losing that 10 SMA 21 EMA strategy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to line up with us also losing the weekly dynamic. Things are going to start turning into a very bearish picture if the bulls don't show up on the high time frames at this juncture. The low time frames, you're going to see a lot of chop, guys. The high time frames need to hold. Remember, monthly as well, guys.
Now, guys, these are just few of the bullish macro signatures that we're looking at on Bitcoin. Now, of course, we will be going over more in the videos to come. So if you do not want to miss out on those, make sure you hit the sub and the bell icon. That way you are keeping up. Alrighty, now as far as how low can Bitcoin really go? Yeah, it's flatlining here, but what is that next major region of support that we're looking at? Well, that has not changed, okay? What we are sitting on right now is historically, it has been a very, very strong region of support. And that, my friends, is the weekly cloud and the weekly Tenkin. That is still going to be the major region of support. Now over here, all I have for you on the chart is the weekly Tenkin, okay? And historically, guys, every time Bitcoin has penetrated the Tenkin, getting out of a bear market, that has initiated a sustained run up for Bitcoin, okay? Historically, the Tenkin has been a very, very powerful bullish cyclical signature, alrighty, and that's one that we need to heed too. So I will be looking at the Tenkin as well, that major support that I'll be looking for price to break in order for me to really reevaluate the picture here. And also the 28.4K level is a good one because it also lines up with our weekly Bollinger Band play that we have been highlighting for you guys for the past couple of weeks now, right? We're looking for price to hold over the midpoint. That midpoint is that red line swinging in through the Bollinger right there, okay? For as long as we're holding that as support, I'm saying that, hey, the bias is still swinging bullish here, okay? Historically, that has kept you on the right side of the move for Bitcoin. For instance, right here, April 2020, we took out the mid and consolidated over the midpoint for weeks on end. That put in a bull flag and then we broke to the upside. That was a good move from around, what, $8,000 all the way up to $60,000, a good 670% on that move, right? Keeping you on the right side of the market even when things were looking boring. All right, how about right here? We took out here on August 2021, we took out the mid and made our way back up to the highs at around $60,000. That was a good 57% to the upside. And check this out. Also, when we did break the midpoint finally, this is back in November of 2021, we took out the mid and used it as overhead resistance, basically marking out the initiation of the bear market phase. All right, so use the midpoint to keep you on the right side. We see sustained price action of the midpoint. I am looking at that as a bullish tilt. So now we're still doing that, maintaining it as underlining support, hence why we're still leaning bullish. All right, now, of course, guys, if any of these things change on the macro picture, we will be letting you guys know in the coming updates. So make sure you hit the sub and the bell icon. That way you are staying on the right side of Bitcoin's big picture. All right, so since we're still bullish, what are the targets? Guys, the targets have not changed, okay? 42K first stop, second stop, 62K. From where price is at right now to $42,000, that's going to be a good 44% to the upside, to around $62,000. That's going to be a good 2x from where price is at right now. Alrighty, so there's still a lot more left on the macro trade for Bitcoin. Now, this is all we have for you for today. Sean, do you have any final thoughts to wrap this up?
Nope, but in the next video, I do want to talk about the key downside levels and the bear targets that we need to keep an eye on in case Bitcoin starts losing critical support levels, right? So, guys, for the next video, stay tuned for that because we will be talking about our bear targets.
Exactamundo. Now, we really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like and we'll see you in the next update. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.
Ciao.